place where legends are born. For some, an introduction to their future. For others, the culmination of a lifelong dream finally comes true. This field has descended on the historic Circuit de la Sarthe from all forms of racing, professional sports, the entertainment world, and from Ford World Headquarters itself. But on the racetrack, none of that matters. Here, every competitor has a singular vision to stand on the most historic podium in sports car racing. Ford Mustang Challenge. It is the Le Mans Invitational. Beautiful morning, slightly overcast as we came in here this morning.
Yeah, we're here in Le Mans, probably the most historic racetrack in the world. You know, one of the, I say, top 3 biggest races on the planet.
It's a beautiful car drive, a nice old school manual. You know, it's so cool to be changing gear with your right arm. There's very few circuits in the world where you just get to be wide open in top gear for like 15, 20 seconds at a time. Going down this, what is a public road, doing 170 miles an hour.
At the end of the day, it's an experience for all of us. I mean, there's the competition aspect to it, which you can't get away from, but it's a dream come true.
Not only are we racing together, but racing together as teammates. So with our junior driver positions, it could get a little aggressive, but we're all going to come out happy and always shaking hands for sure.
You can't treat anyone differently on the track, otherwise you'll probably get taken advantage of. You know, everyone's a competitor once the visor goes down. So the goal is to win, and I would be disappointed with anything less.
It doesn't get any better than coming to Le Mans and driving a Ford Mustang. That's the opportunity that this Invitational opens up.
It stands my hairs up just getting the chance to see these youngsters getting an opportunity to race here, which can be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity and can set them up well for the future.
Robert Noacker and Eric Evans, unfortunately both starting towards the back from some issues in qualifying. They're definitely going to be on a tear. Robert, obviously a bit of a setback for him. He's super quick, but he's going to be starting at the back. I think there's a good chance we'll see him at the end if we stay green, but you know, it's tough to get through 40 cars.
Yeah, I had 3 laps in FP2, and then I had an issue with the car in qualifying, so I've not really had much running. We're starting almost at the back because we had issues with the software, the speed limiter yesterday in qualifying, so I think we're 31st out of 39 or 40. There could be carnage out there with, you know, so many cars on track. Everybody's trying to make moves.
Yeah, so after qualifying, when we rolled across the scales, we found out that our splitter was just a touch too low, 3 mil. And it's just, don't know if it happened on track or just a miscalculation somewhere, but you know, it wasn't intentional. You know, we don't take things like that lightly. So yeah, we're checking everything this morning again to make sure that everything's still good, and yeah, we'll see what we can do in the race.
Peter, that lineup has changed since yesterday, and this was because of an infraction on the Robert Noacker car on the front end of the machine.
That's right, effectively a ride height infraction for Robert Noacker, who's been dominant all week, but the car was below the minimum ride height, so therefore he is going to have to start all the way in the back. I suppose selfishly for us, that's going to give us some great entertainment.
The green flag waves and the 45-minute start counting down, and immediately Cameron McLeod tries to close down the inside, but Sam Paley is there. Noacker already moving up through the field there and taking a couple of places even before we got to the middle of the first chicane. Through Tertre Rouge for the first time and onto the first part of the Ligne Droite Grenadier, the Mulsanne straight. We were told to expect bump drafting, and it's happening already. Battle at the front of the field. Sam Paley, who's been a leading light in everything that he has raced. Robert Noacker, the man most likely, was in 15th position. Noacker making up another position.
Oh, massive slide for Will Lucas in 7th place, trying to hold off Robert Noacker.
Now at the front of the field, the gap has come down significantly. There'll be another lap, I think, for the leader, Cameron McLeod, unless no, he'll be on his last lap now, and we've had an incident at the exit of the Porsche chicanes. This will bring out a red flag, and I was just about to say that Sam Paley has pushed the go button and he'd cut the lead of Cameron McLeod down to 3.8 seconds. His charge to the front has been halted by a red flag. So the result taking the end of 8 laps: Cameron McLeod, Sam Paley, Marco Signoretti, Matt Nicol-Jones, Jensen Altzman in 5th position. But surely the talk will be about Robert Noack is starting dead last in the blue and white number 30.
There's really nothing more that I wanted from the car, and there really wasn't more that I could get out of myself. There was a couple times I passed with 2 wheels in the grass or on the outside of a corner that I've never seen someone do it. But yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It's difficult to hit your marks lap after lap. Like, the car is, you really need to push it to the limit to extract that extra performance. So it's really fun to drive, but it's also easy to put a foot wrong. There's a lot of talented drivers. I think this is the best Mustang Challenge field that's ever existed. So yeah, I mean, we'll just go out there and do our thing, and it doesn't really matter who's around us. The goal is to win, and we'll have a lot of fun battles on the way.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the day that we will start the 93rd running of the Le Mans 24 Hours. It is Saturday into Sunday for that race, but we kick off Le Mans morning with live coverage of the Mustang Challenge Le Mans Invitational. Cameron McLeod is looking to go 2 for 2 here at Le Mans. Sam Paley knows he can't let him get away. Jensen Altzman closer to the front of the field in the team floral number 23. McLeod gets the wider road. The green flag is waving. The green light is on. A very, very tight run, and it's almost touching from the front row. In 3rd place, it's Jensen Altzman taking a bit of a watching brief at the moment. Jensen not wanting to throw it in there, and he hits the curb. The number 91 car, Dan McKeever, the front team. Robert Noack racing, hit the curb too hard. The start under investigation. There's a piece of bodywork hanging from the leading car. McLeod is down to 2nd. Sam Paley has avoided the carnage. There's the pass for the lead as Cameron McLeod goes straight bang in the lead. Jensen Altzman still in 3rd position. Buescher, but at the start and spinning in sympathy, really, the number 88 of Chelsea Tenova. Marco Signoretti involved in something at the back of the field for the Academy Motorsport car. That is at Marshallport, and we are going to get a safety car.
Yeah,
so
have to.
We're racing again with 28.5 minutes to go. Cameron McLeod jumps out to a 6-car lead over Sam Paley in 2nd. Jensen Altzman in 3rd. Robert Noack already making a move on Doug Peterson. Doug Peterson's bonnet signed by the fans.
Cameron McLeod is doing exactly what he did yesterday, and his gap is now up to 3.5 seconds. But Robert Noack has just done the fastest lap of the race, and it is the first sub 4:20 we've seen all week. 4:19.5.
Here's Noack going up onto the podium. What a drive from 37th position with some safety car, which took time out of the race for him to come through. This is extraordinary. Just under 10 minutes to go. Cameron McLeod by 9.5 now, and only Jensen Altzman in 2nd place, holding back Noack from charging up to the leader. No!
Doug Peterson in the gravel.
That car in the gravel. It'll be a slow zone. Marshall's post 3. McLeod going slowly.
No.
Oh yes.
Slow zone.
Slow zone. Slow zone. Slow zone. Yeah, over the start-finish line. I reckon we'll get another lap in after this.
2 to go, including this one.
So the slow zone clears on the exit of the Dunlop chicane under the bridge in an acceleration zone. No, it doesn't. Yes, it does. Great flag, great flag. Waving at the top of the hill. McLeod saw the paddles, and that's somebody touring in front, and it's held him up. Oh my goodness me, it's McLeod.
It's McLeod.
That is the leader. So we've got a new leader, Robert Noack from 37, McLeod. I don't know what he's done there.
No way.
Was he between Marshall's posts? What a costly mistake. whatever has happened there.
There might be a little bit of discussion after the race, but for now this is going to be a battle to the win as McLeod is trying everything he can to reel in Noaker, and he's getting close enough where he can start to pick up a little bit of a slipstream. This was the battle I think we were going to have if Noaker had started at the front of the grid, a proper duel.
Outside on the man who's perfected it, he clicks to the inside, right over the inside curve from Noaker. He really defended hard there. The old over and under coming out the Mulsanne corner. This is marvellous stuff in the Mustang Challenge Le Mans Invitational on the circuit that has seen so much Ford history down through the years, and we're writing a new chapter here between these two young chargers from opposite sides of the world. Robert Noaker from the back to the front of the grid, Cameron McLeod, who had led comfortably before coming out of that slow zone a lap ago. They're still side by side on the last lap. Half a lap to go here. It's still the better part of 4 miles, and through on the inside into Indianapolis goes the man from the Antipodes, and McLeod leads at Le Mans. Cameron McLeod wins it by a 10 3/4. Cameron McLeod wins from Noaker with Sam Paley in third. Jensen Holtzman, the unluckiest driver to be off the podium. Well, we don't have to worry about what happened coming out of that slow zone, because we got the race that we'd hoped for. Yeah, boy!
The Circuit de la Sarthe continues to be the ultimate test of man and machine. From Detroit to Le Mans, these competitors have overcome their biggest test yet, and this is only the beginning.
The soundtrack of Detroit is, yeah, maybe Motown, but a lot of it is Mustang. And we brought the soundtrack of Detroit here to Le Mans. I think you never really know in business if it's going to work out, and boy did it work out. I had many people say to me, Jim, I will remember this experience for the rest of my life. I mean, do we need any more?